Hello, visuals, and welcome to a fucking exciting edition of the Visual Guyz News. Entertainment news.
First off.
Oh, what?
First off.
And as you can tell, Chris is here, being plagued by his best pal. It's like a one-way relationship, though. He loves you, you hate him,
Yeah.
but he doesn't understand.
No.
Carry on, sir.
First off, The Walking Dead.
Well, that's kind of the shit I need to jump into. That's what I need to... we might as well kick it. We're going to obviously talk spoilers for the season finale of The Walking Dead. Go on then, hit us with your thoughts and your trials and tribulations about it.
Beautiful episode.
Back off!
Beautiful episode. Bad Judith was alright though. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna fucking die.
Bad Judith was alright, but fucking... What's her name again?
I don't know who we're on about. Judith, Carol, Maggie, Rosita.
Poor Rosita.
Yeah, I know. It was a bit
like Eugene.
It's a character I didn't think I'd realise I would be gutted if they died. Because I always liked Rosita. And then I thought, everything happened to her.
It was her idea.
Yeah.
She wanted to just go out like normal, like everybody else.
So I've heard.
No, she was like, no, kill me off, please.
And it was quite because you fought as well. Because I thought, yeah, man, she's just fell with the baby.
Yeah.
I thought, is this but then she gets back up? I mean, it was a little bit. It was like, you know, wrestling when the big guys on the bottom and they go, wah! But it served its purpose. It was nice, and it was quite fun. They wanted to keep it secret, but somehow Thingy knew when she looked over and saw them talking. She was like, oh, and then everybody, and it was a nice little send off and all that carry on. But as the episode was going, I was thinking, yeah, man, come on, what's going on? What's going on? It's getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck's going on? But that final shot, Michonne was a little bit, because the end of the sequence, don't you? They're both writing letters to each other, but I don't think they're ever going to read them because Rick keeps chucking them in the sea. And I'm like, she's never going to get them, mate. But she looks to be keeping hers in a scrapbook, and she's all fucking like football geary sort of thing up and just charges.
She was going for it, wasn't she?
Yeah, she saw that many walkers. Instead of being like fuck, she was like, oh, come on. Then I'm thinking, what are you doing? But obviously there's a reason.
There is a reason.
And I did like, because I think they're in Philadelphia. They must be Rick. I did like that final shot because you think, oh, he's away here somewhere, but then he's been caught and he's stood there with that helicopter, and you're like,
smiling and like, oh, what's going on?
So yeah, we need to. We still. It's definitely not 3 films anymore. Is it now just a one-off film?
I don't actually know.
Because originally it was going to be 3.
On the big side of things, I don't know.
Yeah, I think from what they said at Comic-Con, they're just going to do 1.
No. What I do know is obviously Daryl, he's filming his shit now, so that's coming. Nikki and Maggie, they're doing their shit, and apparently we're going to see the old Negan back.
With that, to be fair, I liked the way Negan the thingy ended, especially with Daryl giving sort of a nod of approval, and Maggie kind of forgiving without forgiving him, and then they're going to move forward with all that kind of shit.
Which I can understand where she's coming from.
Yeah, but he saved a kid. She kind of sees him as even and whatnot. I would say I'm not interested, but I'm definitely not as interested as them two going forward as I am to see what, because I assume Daryl's just going to get into a load of little situations, and then it was like the way it ended. You're like, yeah, it's not an ending at all, is it? It's just
you're not because obviously we know, like Daryl is going to go and find Rick and Michonne.
Yeah, and all
now,
of these.
Judith has explained she's gone looking for Rick, not to go and help. Surely.
Yeah, they're definitely going to. Some of these characters are going to come back, whether it be in the Rick film or whatever, or if they all culminate together at the end of the Rick. I don't fucking know, because there's going to be 3 spin-offs.
There's 3 spin-offs.
Rick and Michonne, Daryl and...
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the films. I don't know if they're going to turn these films into series. What I don't know.
Well, what they said at Comic-Con was just, do you want to see us together back one more time? Right, I'm thinking, okay, one more time to me just sounds like a film, or it could be a one-off series. To be fair, there's a lot of unanswered questions there. I feel like it would be better in a show.
It would have got time to explain it then.
Yeah, instead of just an hour and a half, 2 hour film.
Yeah.
Because fucking the fucking Walking Dead spin-off, whatever the fuck it was called, did now to get us to Rick.
Yeah, well beyond. It was a bit thingy. It was a bit misleading, because it was that these were supposed to be the people who took Rick and will explain the situation. but nothing was explained.
And we all thought it was a Commonwealth crack, but obviously it can't be. And this is still an extension of the Commonwealth. But as far as I can tell, now the Commonwealth's done.
So yeah, it was a bit backwards having that world beyond because we didn't actually know anything.
The only real spin-off I've watched so far, which I thought that was decent, was the Tales of the Walking Dead, the one-off episodes of different characters. But the other ones, Fear was okay at the start, then it dropped off.
Fear. I tried.
Yeah, I think it's because as well it was so close to the main show, and I'm thinking I just want to get back with our main lot.
The only thing I can think of that's going to happen is because last time we seen Rick, he was getting taken away. He was a or whatever.
Yeah, I think they cast him as a B.
Whatever it was. And the next minute, he's standing at a lake with a helicopter above him.
Yeah.
So what has happened between that timeline, we don't know.
We still don't know.
Unless we are going to find out what that film is going to explain.
Yeah. Does the film start off with him on that little shoreline, or does it start off with? Does it start off at the shoreline, or does it start off with...
Well, it's going to be Rick and Michonne, so yes. I don't know if we're going to be flickering back and forth.
Until they both culminate together. And surely it'll be flicking back and forth until they come together.
Because if that's the case, then I reckon it's going to be from him being taken away in the helicopter, where he blew himself up in season 9, till appearing on the beach.
Yeah, it's a funny old
New Jersey or whatever it was. They started off at.
Because we still need to know why do they categorise him as that letter? We need to categorise who they actually are. What is their plans that they're doing?
Because we didn't really get to find out in that.
Will the dumpster lady be back? Because she was the one that sent him, and she was the one that had the constant connection with the. So it was a nice season finale though, but I was still left a little bit like, you haven't ended anything.
No.
So just because I wanted it to be the end of The Walking Dead altogether, it's the end.
But because answers and questions.
Yeah, so when we get news, it hits heavy when you go, okay, that was the last ever time. But now we know it's not the last ever time. There's at least 3 things to come.
Yeah.
So even though I'm not taking it, it was still a great episode. It was fucking that explosion. If it was fucking outstanding.
I'd like to know how they're going to squeeze Maggie Negan's into it, how it ended, because Negan went his own way.
Yeah,
I don't know where the missus went, but Negan went his own way. And Maggie was in the house.
Yeah,
so how do they ended up together on their own little adventure? I don't know.
Yeah, to me that's the one, because now we had a nice little ending with them two. We had a nice little ending between Darren and Negan. Negan's back with his missus. They're going to have the kid and whatnot. Maggie's now got her stuff. Her boy's back, and I'm thinking, do we need to touch this? Everybody's happy there. Just let them. We'll let them be happy. We'll focus on the. Like even Daryl's a bit unnecessary for us. As much as I love him, and I'll watch it. Of course I will. But it's a bit unnecessary because he's got a happy ending. He's a bit at peace. He's got to go do his exploring and whatnot. Like, do we need it's a nice ending.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But like I said, I'm gonna watch because I fucking love the guy so much.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was great. The overall series was fucking outstanding. I love it. I'm gutted that it's over, but at the same time I'm happy because we spoke about Edge, about overstayed its welcome. You don't want a show to become stale.
No, you don't. But they were getting interesting.
Yeah, there was so much.
They started to climb. They started to do things.
Mercer, I wanted to explore him a hell of a. I mean, obviously they couldn't have because he was with the Commonwealth crack. But I fucking love him. He's a fucking G. I would like to have seen him and King Ezekiel, because obviously he's now running the spot with him, and how that's going to go. I mean, everybody did. Like Eugene got a happy ending there, and Carol got her happy ending. Everybody. It's like, I don't want to mess with this stuff now that's happy. It's just. But anyway, we'll persevere, carry on. Should we go to Andor next?
We can do.
We'll speak about Andor. Andor is season 1 is officially done.
It is.
And if you're wondering what they're working on in the prison with the fucking whatever that shape is, it's like a snowflake shape. We know what it is. It's like interlocking bits to build the Death Star. And if you remember Rogue One, it's all about getting the plans to destroy the Death Star.
Yes.
It's
been confirmed that season 2 is happening, and we will be concentrating a little bit more on the Death Star.
Nice. I fucking Cassian Andor, one of my favourite Star Wars characters, and he doesn't even have a lightsaber.
No.
It was that made the intensity, because obviously that funeral bit, and I got pure. See when they're marching the drums, I'm getting goosebumps now. I'm like, oh, this is fucking mint.
It was mint.
And they're all going through, and it all starts to kick off because the rebellion is one of the biggest things in Star Wars. You know, the rebellion against the Empire, and this was you followed it throughout the whole series, but this was the episode where you're like, nah, people are going to start to fight back against the Empire. This is the start of the rebellion, and it's fucking so good. Oh, and even though we know he dies, but I'm not.
Well, that's it. We don't know, do we?
No, Cassian dies. They need Rogue One at the beach because they're on the planet where they get the plans for the Death Star, send it away, and the planet blows up.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, everybody in Rogue One dies because the only way the Empire thinks the only way they can stop the plans.
Yeah, but we've got season 2 coming, so I don't know if that's going to be classed before.
No, Rogue One's at the end of all this. This is all this. This is all 4 years prior to Rogue One.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ah, right.
So we know how it's going to end for him, but it doesn't matter. I'm still here for the journey. Honestly, Cassian Andor.
I have to rewatch Rogue One now, just to think.
Oh, it's one that I watch quite regularly. And again, it's got nothing to do with the lightsaber.
Is that one of the newer ones? Yeah.
Yeah, it's relatively new.
With John, what do we call him?
It's because he was back, but he's more fucked in it.
Is it John?
Not Lawrence Fishburne. You're about the black lad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's more crazy headed. He's a bit more robotic. He's really ill in Rogue One. But yeah, because obviously they blow up the planet that they're on. I can't remember which planet it is. Because literally the second Rogue One finishes, like the fucking second you can start Star Wars: A New Hope, because it's end of the ship where Leia is, Vader, and so you can go from Rogue One straight into Star Wars: A New Hope, which I fucking love, because the second that finishes is the scene where Darth Vader comes in and
it might have to be a New Year's trilogy.
Hey mate, if you want to spend New Year, it depends how much of it you want to do, because there's a lot now to watch.
I know.
If you just want to do, but I'm more than game for that. You've said it now. Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it.
We've done Lord of the Rings.
To be fair, we didn't do The Hobbit, but The Hobbit is nowhere near as good as Lord of the Rings.
What did we do? Was it Lord of the Rings last year? Was it last year? Yeah. What did we do the year before that? I don't fucking know.
What did we do?
We've done a few marathons, haven't we?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Knocking off.
Was it the Dark Knight? No, we didn't do the Dark Knight trilogy. Anyway, whatever it may be. I'm up for that though, but again, you're going to, because I will happily do it from everything we've got. But you'd have to...
We'll have to do it in order as it is, not order as the films come out.
No, so we if you wanted to do, because we got to figure out as 9 films, I don't know if you want to do 9 films. I'm more than game for, fuck it. But I don't know if you just want to do...
Well, each film's only roughly, 2.5 hours long, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so we could do all the trilogies, but then you've got, like I said, Solo goes in there. I don't know if you've seen Solo, the Han Solo film. You've got the Rogue One to go in there. We don't need to worry about the TV shows, I guess, because
I can't remember which ones I have watched, I haven't watched, but I know I've watched the 3 recent ones because I had to watch them up to Augusta when we went to the cinema.
Yeah. Well, we'll just take... We'll go through it after this if you want, and then, like I said, we'll get plenty of food in, and we'll bring in the new year watching the Empire be destroyed. Fucking so game for that. So game for that.
Down for me.
But yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, Andor has been one of the best bits of live action stuff. You know, when we get towards the end of the year, we're doing our list of best things we've seen this year and least favourite things we've seen this year. That Andor's on my top straight away. I don't know where, but I think it's definitely going to be top 3 as it stands.
Do you know what surprisingly is going to be on my list? And I have really enjoyed it, actually. I got right into it. Wednesday.
Oh yeah, Wednesday's been... Yeah, well, that's Andor. We'll jump on to Wednesday if you want.
I finished it off last night and I fucking enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've been watching whilst I've been playing poker. I didn't expect anything amazing, but I finished it. I was like, it was...
I've liked it. I really did.
The only thing is...
She's done a good job.
100%. The only thing is with that world, it's the mum and dad that I've always loved more out of everybody, because I love their relationship. Guys, got a drain cover.
How far through are you?
Done.
You done? I loved their little dance.
Yeah.
Their dance was mint.
It was fucking sick. Absolutely insane. But yeah, what a fucking show. Like I said, I was like, yeah, I'm interested in this. It's going to be good. But then I was like, this is even better than I thought.
Yeah, it was. It was better than I actually thought it would be.
Yeah. Which is credit to everybody involved.
Yeah. It looks like that season 2 will be happening because how popular this is.
Yeah, well, they haven't found me hard to dislike. This one is no one out. It's got one of the most iconic theme tunes ever.
Exactly.
It's hard to really dislike. You can't look at the Addams Family and go, it's fucking shit. Maybe you don't love it, but...
I must admit, I really enjoyed the Addams Family.
Yeah.
Surprisingly more than I thought.
Yeah. What else? Did you do Guardians?
No, I haven't watched that yet.
Oh, mate.
Didn't realise it was out until I seen it last night. I was like, oh.
Mate, it's 44 minutes of... I won't spoil it for you then, but it was 44 minutes. In fact, you can't even really spoil it. There's no like massive reveal at the end, but... Oh, it's just so much fun. Like, I'm so gutted that Dave Bautista's going to be gone soon, because it's really about him and Mantis. Like, it's only 44 minutes long. It proper hits you in the heart. It opens with like a little minute animation and ends with it with like Rob and Yon doing that, and like.
Surprisingly, talking about Mantis, I came across an article that's saying that fucking her and Star-Lord are fucking brother and sister.
Yeah, well, she reveals it to at the end. That's why she was trying so hard to.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
But it makes sense too, because she was created by Ego and he was created by Ego. So it's slowly like wow, but they have a nice sweet moment. The whole thing, like I said, there's a moment where at the end when there's gifts being given and that, and there's like a proper. Honestly, I got so like over this, but I haven't laughed. Drax Batista, there's a moment. I'm going to tell you, it's not a huge spoiler, but you just see the decoration elf, and he's going through Kevin Bacon's garden. And he's like, "I want the little funny man," and he just spends the whole thing wanting this funny little man. They eventually go out to Kevin Bacon's house, and she's like, "Drax, we can't go back for it." He's like, "What would you rather, save Christmas and give Peter Quill the best Christmas ever, or get you funny little man?" He's like, "I want the funny." It's so fucking good. They do a gift-giving moment, and I think you're probably going to forget, but Rocket gets given a certain size box for a gift, and you know straight away what's in there. So I'll wait to see if you guessed it right or whatnot. And you're like, oh my god, honestly, Groot gives everybody gifts. This doesn't make sense, that's why it's hilarious. I'm going to try and wrap your head around this, but Groot gives everybody gifts of scenes from the special, and he wasn't in all the special scenes, so he doesn't know what happened. And Kraglin, James Gunn's brother, he's always in his films, he gets given a gift of him sat on a chair opening the gift he's just been given, and you're like, how the fuck does that make sense? Because you've basically made that and looked into the future. But it was hilarious because Kraken's pure laughing at him. But there's a very sweet moment. If you remember Yondu's little toy at the end of his, you see, it's so good. Honestly, fucking outstanding.
I'll watch it later.
And Chris Pratt looks extremely handsome in this. They've made his hair grow a little bit longer, and that you're like, you half look good. Like you look really, really fucking good. But yeah, please watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I'll watch it later.
And we'll spin off the back of that. So just MCU quickly. Chris Hemsworth announced that the next 4 will probably be his last one with all the shit that's going on. Mm-hmm. But I was reading more into what it is. It's not so much early stage of Alzheimer's. He has the gene that can give your Alzheimer's. So it's still not 100% confirmed. I'm just assuming that he's being cautious in case it does end up having it. He doesn't want to waste any time, from being away from family and stuff in case it does. But that's what I was reading into. So it's just because apparently most people are born with a gene, but you have a certain percentage of it.
All right.
But that's and he said the next 4 will probably be if everything does kick off with this thingy, it will be his last. But he's definitely doing one more. So I assume in the next 4 film, if he does do it, they're going to get a new person taken over or whatever.
Wrong.
But anyway, what have you got, Chris?
Harry Potter.
Oh, Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Do you know when we were talking about Harry Potter a while ago? We're going to be following the kids.
Yeah, because you were named after the 2 bravest or 3 bravest wizards in Hogwarts, and he calls them, what does he call them? Albus Severus Potter or some shit.
Something like weird.
Yeah.
Well, it's finally been announced that part 1 will be released in May next year.
Really? That quick?
Yes.
You should have had a trailer or something by now, then, or at least a teaser.
Teaser or something, aye.
So, we're still in Hogwarts. What? I know you've got no...
Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, I think it's called.
I know you have just as much knowledge as I do with Harry Potter, but what can they... All the secrets of Hogwarts have been revealed. Fucking... Voldemort, you don't say his name. He's done with. I don't know who else can be...
No idea. Not got a Scooby-Doo.
Well, I'm intrigued, so...
So there we go. That's that one. Vikings Season 2 is back on screens in January.
What is?
Not Vikings, sorry. Valhalla.
I was thinking Vikings, what?
Valhalla. Season 2.
Did you like Valhalla?
I didn't really watch the first season.
It's okay.
I was going to watch it and put it in instead of just never watched it.
I think personally, because Vikings was so amazing for me personally, when they do another Vikings thing, it fails in comparison. But that's just me favouritism with Ragnar and everybody.
Aye, fair enough. Words came to mind. I haven't got it on my list, but words came to mind. Sons of Anarchy. We could be getting more Sons of Anarchy, but it's going to be through the kids' eyes.
Oh, right, okay.
And they saying that what do we call him?
Charlie, her name, Jax.
Yeah, Jack. Could possibly return.
Right.
But we don't know how, what, when, why.
Well, there was an alternative ending they did where he didn't die of he'd be getting hit by the truck, but obviously the main show implies that he's dead.
Yes.
Because he gets hit and there's blood, and it's the only way of him getting out, because if he's not dead, he's most certainly in jail for the rest of his life.
Yes.
So, yeah, okay. Unless he returns as like a narrator or a voiceover or some shit.
I give it nah. All the Rings have announced that season 2 will be happening.
Lavla jabla.
I've got 2 episodes left to watch, which I'll watch it when I'm off.
Oh, well.
So
2 to go. The ending was very... like I said, I was worried about it, and then we did get a look at a Balrog, and we saw battles, and I was like, okay, I'm down. They made the orcs look fucking fantastic in this show.
Blade has a director, finally.
Hey!
It's the director who did Lovecraft.
Oh, okay. So the Blade might be getting a weird fucking mental take on it.
Yes.
It's kind of cool that the people that behind Lovecraft stuff, because obviously he was a massive racist, but they managed to like get all the main people being black people, and Lovecraft would have, because his cat, Lovecraft's cat, was actually called the N-word.
I'm glad it finished. It would have been nice to see more.
Yeah, 100%. I'm glad we still
Especially
got
with
him.
the girl at the end and the dog, or whatever it was.
Oh, it's fucking... Yeah, was that not their versions of vampires?
Something like that.
Yeah, because I'm sure that version of vampires were like more monstery wolf
So it would have been
things.
nice to see what the girl and the dog thing did.
Yeah.
But yeah. Interesting. Doom Patrol has announced season 4 will be returning on the 8th of December.
Doom Patrol's nice. It's not outstanding, but it's...
I like Doom Patrol.
Yeah, it's nice and steady away.
Steady away.
What's he got? Or chasing... Oh, you got it.
Books, and all we've talked about. Can't be kindness thingied. Johnny Depp will be returning to Pirates of the Caribbean as Jack Sparrow.
Lovely, jubbly, good.
Sparrow.
So Disney finally said, oh yeah, sorry mate.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Disney very rarely get it wrong, but in that case they did.
Yes. And... Right. That's... Right, The Fireplace. We know season 2 ended. Beautiful.
Yeah.
We know we're getting a spin-off to season 2.
Season 2.
Film 2.
Yeah.
But we're also getting now a film 3.
Good.
Which will be out in 2025.
Sweet. Oh, I'm going to say sweet. It's fucking ages away.
So it's ages away. Because
it-
obviously we're going to get the spin-off first.
Because it was a nightmare anyway, because that was one of the films that was released, what was it, the day before the lockdown, or a week before the
Something
lockdown.
like that, isn't it?
Fucking hell, that was a nightmare.
So, yeah, it's... I like The Quiet Place.
Oh, mate, I adore it, 100%.
I really
Absolutely fucking amazing.
So I'm glad it's coming back. See some more.
100%, mate. I adore The Quiet Place.
I do myself. That's all I got.
What there you got?
That's all I got.
Oh,
This
okay.
week.
Oh, well, to be fair, with the shows that are ending...
Yeah, so I mean, the main shows this week, obviously, it's been The Walking Dead and...
Guardians, which obviously you haven't seen yet, but Guardians.
yeah.
What's he got now? Dog's got a remote control. Hey, look at you though. What the fuck are you horrid at? Oh well, thank you very much, Chris, for your research and your looking there and whatnot.
Thank you.
But we'll end it there, visuals, before all hell breaks loose with this giant saggy dog. And visuals,
saggy dog.
thank you for listening. Go watch Andor, go watch Walking Dead, go watch Guardians. Keep it on.
Love you, bye.
Yeah.